Welcome to my channel. I'm Kriti and today I'm going to be showing you what is Scratch and what are the stuff you can make out of Scratch. We will also be making a project soon. So let's get on. So I'm in Google Chrome right now and I am going to be going to Scratch. So first we will search for scratch.mit.edu. When you click on enter, you will show up. Well, it'll take you to a screen something like this. Now, if you would not want an account and you're just ready to start, you can click on start creating. But if you want to save all the projects you've made, then we will click on join Scratch. So first, you will come to a screen something like this. So you will create a username. I'm just going to use this. Now I'm going to create a password. I don't want to show it on camera, which is why I'm just going to hide it. So yeah, I've hidden it. So now you can't see anything. Okay. So I'm writing the password. Okay. And yeah. Okay. So I'm going to confirm the password. And my account is ready. Okay. So when you click on enter, well, when you click on next, you will come into something like this. I'm going to put the country I live in and we're going to do next. Now, when were you born? Unfortunately, this is some information I can't tell either, which is why I'm not going to be showing that either. So next, after you click on next, you will come into this screen. Now you will choose your gender. Yeah. So then you will write your email address. This is something I shouldn't be showing either, so I will not be typing it in front of you. And once you hit on enter, you will come into a screen like this. So first you will get a welcome thing like this. When you click on get started, you will come into a screen something like this and you will get something called confirm your email. So I have to do this off camera because obviously I will have to go through my mail ID and stuff like that, which is why I will do it off camera. Okay, so I have verified my account and now we can start using the code, and I'm going to show you a bit of Scratch. So first let me talk about the top bar. Here is Scratch. So when we click on Scratch, it will take you to this page. For example, you have come to a screen like an example. I say now I've clicked on Explore. In Explore, you can come to see other people's projects. So I'm in this screen. Now what I want to do is I want to go back. So we will click on Scratch. It takes you back. Now let me quickly say what is create, explore ideas, search about, messages, stuff, and your, well, stuff like that. So first, Scratch, we know what Scratch does. Next is create. Create, we can create projects. Then we have explore to see other people's projects. Then we have ideas. Through ideas, we can get ideas about different people's projects. So next is about. About means that they're just gonna show you what Scratch is and more detailed stuff like that. Search, you can search for projects there. Messages. Now let's click on messages. Now messages is basically activities. So right now, this message was sent 6 minutes ago from the Scratch team. So they have basically told that they're basically saying welcome to Scratch, and after you make projects and comments, you get messages about them here. So if someone likes your project, you will get a message over here saying that this person has liked your project or they've commented on your project, stuff like that. Next, we have stuff. So the projects you make will be saved over here. These will be the all projects, doesn't matter if you shared, unshared. Here's the shared projects, so you can't see the ones which you have not shared. Here are the unshared projects, which you can see the projects which are not shared and are private, and but you can't see the shared projects here. Studios is basically a studio to add multiple projects, invite people and stuff like that. Trash is basically the place where you will find the trash. So let's go back to all projects. So that we're in all projects. First, we want to create one project. Let me show you what's inside of each project. So when we click on create, the button is here. Let's click on it. So now it is opening into the editor. So we've come to an editor. Now the one thing about each project is that for every project the link will be different. Well, it will still be scratch.mid.edu/projects / there'll be some numbers. Those numbers are different each time a project, so you will never get the same number for any project. Every project has a unique number in the link. So first, okay, so let me show you around in this area. So to begin with, we have this big screen. Now you still have the scratch button. This word button means that you can change the language. So I speak English, I understand English, so I'm going to set it to English. Next, we have file edit. Now, let me say, so turbo mode makes things move a little more faster. Restore can happen when you want to restore a costume or the sprite, and or the background either. Next, you have file. Through new, you can make new project. Save now means it will save your current project. Save as a copy will make a copy you can load from your computer. That is, load an SB3 file from your computer. SB3 files are means Scratch Blocks 3.0 file. You can only use SB3 files in this because it's a certain type of a file. Save to your computer. You can save this file to your computer, and when you want to open it, you can open it through the SB3 file. Now tutorials have a bunch of tutorials that you can use. There are videos and stuff like that, but we won't be needing that. Untitled is the name of the project. So you can always change it to be saying, for example, I want to say glider. Let's say glider cat. And here's the share button. You will get this button only if your project is verified. So to get this, just make sure you have confirmed your account. Now, see project page is the project page on the outside. So we will get to that later. Now let me show you what's inside. Inside, we have the motion. We first of all, let's just say, what is these two buttons? What is this screen? Let's just work on this side. So this is the start button and this is the stop button. So when you want your project to run, you can click on go and the project will happen here. When you want it to stop and you want to work on the code, you will click on this button. Next, over here, we have this thing. It's called a sprite. A sprite is nothing much but a character. Next, we have this button. When we hover over it, you get more options. So you can upload a sprite, that is, you can import. So when we right click, you can export this. So that means it will download the costume or the sprite. When we click on upload, you can upload this sprite if you're in a separate project and you still want this. Surprise, it will give you its own. It will take from randomly and it will place it in your collection. Paint is where you can draw your own sprites. Search is where you can search for a sprite. In this button, you can just choose from the gallery. Same with the backdrop. That is, backdrop is nothing but the background of this. Here we have the name of the sprite. It's not much, but just to give a name to the sprite. It's only for the reference reasons. Here's the exposition and the Y values. That is where this character is on the screen. Here's the size of the screen. Here is the direction that it's pointing in. And here is where we want it to show or hide. So now that we've seen, let's come to this side. On this side, you have something called code, costumes, and sounds. To look at the code side, we have this blank area where we can put these blocks. This side here has a few sections called motions, looks, sounds, events, control, sensing, operators, and variables, and also my blocks. So over here we have all of this. Now this is called the palette. In the palette you have different types of blocks. Now motion, by when we say the word motion, we will say that it means to move. Like when you move, it's a motion, like that. So we have a few motions here. That is move 10 steps, turn 15 degrees, turn 15 degrees towards the right, left, go to random position, or we can set that to mouse pointer, go to X 35 and Y 35, that is the place you want it to go. Glide 1 second to random position can also be mouse pointer. Glide 1 second to. So when we say glide, it is going to move like this. When we say go to, it's going to invisibly hurry up and go there. So point in direction 90 is basically the direction over here. The same thing. Point towards mouse pointer. Change X by 10, which means it will change the position by 10. Only that, it will not change anything else. When we set X2, it will set the value there. Y and set Y2 is also going to do that. If on edge, bounce. So example, the cat's on the edge. If on edge, bounce. It bounced and flipped. You can change the direction later too. So then we have set rotation style to left, right. So when it hits the edge and we set it to rotation style to left, right, it will flip to the other side. Here is where these three blocks have the values in them. Here is the communication section. That is how it looks, how it talks. It's all about how it is. So here are some save blocks. Here are some costume blocks and stuff like that. I'm not going to go too much into detail because I've already explained half of it. So let's just do, for now we want the glider cat. We want the cat to fly, but to make it look like in midair, we will choose a backdrop. Now, first we want it to fly. So we need the sky, obviously. So we will choose blue sky because then we can put the cat here and make it look like it's flying. Now, this cat looks like it's running, but there's no platform there. So we will choose a sprite. Now from here, when you scroll down a bit, there you will find a sprite called cat flying. So we will delete this. You can simply right click and click on delete, or you will find the dustbin thing and you can just click on it. Now, first we will make it start from here. Now, let me quickly say what this costume and sounds is. Costume is how it will look, and sounds is where you can add a sound to it. So cat flying is this and cat flying this. So first we will make it stand like this because we need it to start from the ground. So we will make it move till here and then fly up, and then we will make it, so we'll ask it to run, fly, and then go straight. So that's what we're going to do. So first we will make it run. So we will keep the costume to cat flying B, because the costume that it's currently in is B. And we will set the X position to go to X minus 196, Y minus 113. So it will run a little bit, and over here it will jump to the sky. So we're going to duplicate this. Well, we're not going to duplicate. We're going to put a glide block, and we're going to just keep this 113 minus 113, but minus 118. So we'll start from here, I guess. That's 196. You will move all the way. Oopsies. Okay, it will move all the way there, and then it will take off. So once it's there, we will make it move up. So when it's at 118, oops, and 1113, like that's here, we want it to go all the way up there. So it'll already be set the value, so we will just take this block and we will put it there. From here, we want it to look like it's going straight. So we will take a block off from the looks palette, and we will keep the code as switch costume to flying A. That was this one. So we're going to keep it flying A. Okay, so we're going to put it here, and we're going to make it move straight towards the edge. So now imagine it just flipped like this over here. Then so y positions minus 16. So let's just move it straight, and let's make it 6. So we want it to come all the way here. So we will take another block and we will place it there. Now when we click on the green flag, let's see what happens. Whee! And it flies. So now that's all I have for today. This was just an explanation. There will be another video coming out soon where we make some good project out of this. Until then, it's bye-bye from me. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like, subscribe, and comment what you have thought about. Like, tell me your ideas about Scratch. If you have any idea, project ideas, tell me in the comment down below. Until then, it's bye-bye from me. Bye, guys.